Greetings, viewers. Welcome back to Phasmophobia. We're here in Maple Lodge to farewell this version of the map. So soon it'll be disappearing. For those of you who don't keep up to date with every single post that the devs make, they're redesigning parts of this map due to performance issues. And because of that, this will be the old version, so we're not going to have it here anymore. It's going to be different. Exactly how different, we're not quite sure. I have a feeling a lot of it will be similar, but maybe just moved around a bit. So I don't think any of the Easter eggs or anything will disappear. They might, but they may move. So this video is basically my attempt to memorialize or immortalize this version of the map, the old Maple Lodge. That way, when we get the new Maple Lodge, we can look back, well, I can look back at least, and see what this map used to look like. Now, the reason for the change is actually due to a reason that normally I'd be very concerned about. It's because this map is very intensive on performance, and because they're trying to push the game out to consoles, they're changing the game, which for a PC player, it's always a bit worrying when they make changes for that reason. However, the reason, at least what they've said is the reason they're making the change, I think will actually be, even though it'll be sad to see this version of the map go, it will be better for the game overall. So the reason why the performance is so bad on this map, according to the devs, is the rendering distance. There's very large walkways. Like when you first walk into the map, the game will be rendering things all the way down near the cabin there. And there's these very long walkways. This is actually one of the big reasons why this map is so hard to play on. It's so hard to play on because the ghosts can see you. The line of sight breaks are fairly limited. And that allows the ghost to speed up and can see you a lot more, for a lot longer time. So in this case, I think what they're going to be doing is adding in line of sight blocks. They're probably sadly going to get rid of the poor campfire. That's one thing that probably will go, because it's a bit too many items being rendered at once. So I think it's the interactable items. There's just too many being rendered because because they can move. Basically, the game has to keep track of them all, and on the rendering side of things, it only does so when you're in line of sight of them. So by basically increasing the number of line of sight blocks, it'll probably actually improve this map, even for PC. Now, just so we can walk around with the night vision on, I've loaded up the... this is bugged at the moment, I think. Oh, no, it's on. Okay. See how it appears on until you get close to it, and then it's off. It's a bit buggy. Anyway, they're changing the map anyway, so maybe they'll fix that. So, I'm just going to go through. I've loaded up the weekly challenge items so that we have the night vision. I don't have the night vision unlocked yet. I haven't played as much since the update as before. But we'll go through. I think I'll show off all the Easter eggs that you may or may not be aware of, and then we'll see from there how it goes. So the first one is this love heart here. So this is actually not an Easter egg, even though it's been confirmed by the dev who basically was the one who made this map, that it's not a intended Easter egg, but it does look similar to the one from Saw. But he's the one that rendered all the things, and apparently he put it in there just on a whim, and turns out that there's something very similar in the movie Saw. So it's not really an Easter egg, but you can think of it as an Easter egg. So this here is quite obviously a reference to the Blair Witch Project, little totem pole near the campfire here. Now, I should have actually said, and I meant to say, that we don't know how many of these are still going to be in there. I would guess that they're all going to be on the new map, all these Easter eggs. I don't think they're going to remove them, but maybe they'll be different. They're going to be probably in different places, different locations. So the one that most people know about, which I think is probably the coolest one because it's actually animated, is Jason's mask. Which is down here, you come to the end, and Jason's mask floats to the surface from the river that he drowned in. Now, one that most people, it's very hard to see. How about we up the brightness instead? So the lighthouse, I think there's also a scarecrow you can just see right there, which is not, I don't think it's an Easter egg for anything. It's just randomly there's a scarecrow there. I don't think the resolution on the night vision is enough. Oh, you kind of see it. Yeah, see it? But it's just something interesting that was kind of hidden because you can only see it from this spot. The other thing is the lighthouse. This was added after an April Fool's patch notes that they put out saying they're going to add lighthouse map, and they added this. People have been calling for a lighthouse map for ages, and they did that Point Hope thing. So there's a good chance we may actually see one. But yeah, that was like the follow-up for the April Fool's joke. So under here we've got the dead body. I forget what the fan name for it is, something like Larry or something like that. Dead body under the cabin. And something that I think is quite rare occurs inside the cabin. I think it may require the ghost, but if this turns on and then turns off later in the match, what can happen sometimes is the phone over here will ring. Where's the phone? Phone over here will ring, and that's a reference to The Ring, and that's actually confirmed by the lead artist who put a lot of this together. That is triggered by the TV turning on and then off, but I think it may require the ghost to do it. I'm not sure about that part. Okay, so Slenderman can appear in quite a few places. I think there's 5 locations. We'll see if he's around. He'll appear over here. He'll appear over here. Well, the reason why I was pointing out near the van over there is that his most commonly seen spot because he's right near the van. It's really easy to see. Over here he can spawn, I believe. Over here he can spawn. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure we don't have Slendy, unfortunately. So one other in this is a grey tent, white tent. We have this book here, which looks very much like a diary and is believed to probably be a reference to the Diary of Jane Doe. So I think that might be all of the Easter eggs. Obviously, I'm going to reset to get until I get Slenderman. Definitely want Slenderman, but I think that's all the Easter eggs. Quite a lot of Easter eggs on this map. And let's play some more games and see if we can find a Slenderman in the trees. Okay. What do I want to bring? Yeah, just load it up professional. It's heavy rain? No, I think it's light rain. I think you can't see the heavy rain. Just play some professional games. Fairly easy. I also want to look for Slenderman. I think it's a 1/3 chance for him to show up. I don't think he can appear here. Let's have a look. Cursed possession do we have? On a dolly by the looks. Slenderman! Took me a little while to realise it. He's there with the Blair Witch. Nice. Got ourselves a Slenderman. Posing for us. So that's basically, yeah, he can appear 1/3 times, and I definitely want to get him at least once. So that's the final Easter egg, I believe, on this map. There could be more that I don't know about, but they're the ones that I know about. So this is, again, I think the bug. I'm assuming it's off, not on. If we get a perfect game, it'd be good. Don't know how much time I want to spend looking for the bone on this map. It's going to be a bit of a pain. Unless I just stumble upon it. I wonder how close you get to trigger that. Like, I don't know whether the lake is going to survive, so I'm not sure about Jason's mask. It's one just because there is big view distances, but I don't know if that's really a issue with performance for those, because there's no like items out there. I think you're in here, aren't you? This could be good. Hopefully you'll turn on the TV. I'm pretty damn sure it's in here. Okay, we have music box, fingerprints, ultraviolet. I'll look for fingerprints there. Bit of work. Yep. Where are you? Are you here?
In a way.
Okay. Just giving away your evidence. I think this is a poltergeist. That definitely sounded like more than one item, and there's like multiple EMF readings. 3 EMF readings. I'm pretty sure that was a polter explosion. Alright, let's go have a look on the board. Yep, see this? This is what I wanted to show you on the board. So poltergeists have been described as the activity board destroyers. So this is the sum of all the items it moves during the EMF values that they give. So you should be only EMF 3, but because it almost always throws 3 or 4 items, you'll tend to get, usually it's an EMF 10. Just out of nowhere, literally go to max. So this is either a poltergeist or a mimic pretending to be a poltergeist. Looking at my sanity, I believe my sanity has been drained. Like, I was walking around a little bit in the dark, but the poltergeist explosion, I think, drains 10% sanity. Kind of like a ghost event. So I could leave the poltergeist. Probably should have taken some pictures, actually. But done with me. I could just leave poltergeist, to be honest. But what's our... okay, that's easy with the music box. Let's throw in something else. It's incredibly likely that this is a poltergeist. Awesome. And that guarantees it's a poltergeist, because a mimic can't have ghost writing. It can mimic lots of things, but it can't mimic evidence of another ghost. You are throwing like mad, you are. I think that's a photo, isn't it? Yep. I think that couple's got thrown, but... How about you turn the TV on? You threw the remote away. The remote's usually on the table there. Where's the remote? you sure this is a? Are you sure that you think this is a poltergeist? I'm not. I don't know. Might not be. It might not be a poltergeist. Might not be. Oops, that was a mistake. What do you think? You think it's throwing enough? I think it's throwing enough. Just wrote in the other. No, it hasn't written in the other book yet. Turn the breaker off. I'm disappointed in you. There we go. I don't know if the activity, so the interaction, I don't know if the interaction is working properly for them. Like, considering like I haven't really done much, right? I haven't spoken to the ghost much. You just see the levels of activity. So that's just to check. So the reason why I was putting in my inventory is to check whether this was the thing causing the EMF. It also holding a fork. You can duplicate interaction photos that way. I accidentally uncovered that. Holy crap! Another one. Really? And I reported it to a YouTuber to make a video about it because I thought it was funny about crucifixes and photos being duplicated. And they fixed the crucifix duplication. Because otherwise I was just going to bug report it. But I figured he can bug report it. Yes. Well, you're an incredibly poltergeisty poltergeist that is not afraid to show its colours. Now, my sanity is probably destroyed with all those explosions, even after taking 1 life tablets. So I should be a lot more careful than I am being. I've been in the dark after all. So that is a poltergeist. I don't know if it's really worth getting a hunt. It's showing off so much outside of hunts. They are insane during hunts, poltergeists. They just throw like crazy. Sometimes you can get one that just barely hits the quota. It can be a bit weird. But most of the time they like to show off. I could stay there and got more photos. Well, I've only got 1 photo left. If I find the bone... I'd say that's probably a polter explosion with that huge value that just came up. It did sound like at least 2 different items were thrown. I should definitely be within range to get a paramic sound. You can get this during a hunt, by the way. It's just usually a little risky to do so. It definitely shows where you are. Like, it will reveal to you. It revealed where you are at 7.5 meters and the ghost, unless it's a yokai. And it will obviously attract them then. So I'd rather not do this during a hunt. It's apparently not paranormal enough. Aha. Okay, I think that's all my photos. I did find the bone. I'm going to try for a perfect game. Might as well. Be one of the last times on this version of the map I'll be able to do it. Probably the last time. I was nearly about to be hunted. Get that paramic again. And try and get this paramic up close. Over there. Yeah, poltergeists are fantastic for getting interaction photos, obviously. Because they're just throwing constantly. What the hell was that noise? My footsteps. Oh, I didn't know you could even do your footsteps. Your own footsteps. That's pretty interesting. Where are you? Give us a sign. Give me a paramic reading. I think it might be upstairs. No, nothing has been touched up here at all. Nothing. So it can't be upstairs. No way. This ghost left upstairs untouched. It is warm in here though, so it's definitely not in here. Oh, that's fantastic. I didn't know that this mutes. It muffles you even when it's in your offhand. I did not know that. It's really weird. I'd expect to see this ghost regardless of which room it moved to. Because it was so active. Anywhere where it went to should be just wrecked. So it seems to have just died. Just doesn't want to do anything. Died a second time. It was very warm in the old ghost room, so unless it's walked back. I think they're meant to have a slightly higher chance to go back to their original ghost room. Although I can't confirm that's 100% true. I think I've heard that though. Either that or go back to the one they were just previously in. Because it's warm in here. It's quite warm. The ghost should definitely be reducing the temperature of the rooms. It's warm. Warm, warm, warm. Didn't do my ring thing for me. I want to see it. I mean, I don't think it's out here. Gone somewhere, but I don't think it's out here. I mean, look at this. They're all in perfect spots. Haven't been moved at all. Same with the pier. Hasn't been moved. There's no way it's here. Now, where did it roam to? Go on, one hell of a roam. So we got it, finally. But which room are you in? It's cold in here. Again. Where the hell did you go, ghost? Anyway, we got the paramic. All that matters. Where's the remote? Where did you put it? You're throwing everything into this corner. Why, hello there. Oops, I didn't mean to touch you. Didn't realise you were directly behind me. Where did you throw the remote? I'll turn the TV on and see if it turns it off, if the ring event will happen. But I have no idea where it threw the remote. It was already gone. No, the match. Everything's gone. I have no idea. Probably launched into the stratosphere somewhere. It's probably in some corner, and that's why I can't interact with it and turn it on or off. Interesting. Playing the piano. Another poultry explosion. Like literally almost everything is in the corners of the room because it just keeps throwing them. So they just kind of get wedged in corners wherever they can't be thrown again. Crazy. Gotta love poltergeists. The light was flickering. Is it hunting? I don't think so. Imagine these would all be flickering if it was hunting. Might be though. It would be pretty close, I think. I think it might be hunting because I can't use that. Yep, it is hunting. Might be a bit dangerous running up there to grab that. Doesn't see. There you go. Yes, So the flickering of the lights, there's no way that should have been happening by itself. Couldn't hear a thing, but that's just because we're nowhere near the ghost. And I think it went upstairs, basically walked straight upstairs. So, drain our sanity, we stand on this. If you're nearby, your sanity drains. It'll trigger a cursed hunt. Where is my hiding spots? There's one there, right? It's not a good one, but I've got a smudge stick, so it's fine. It'll work. That's if this ghost will ever leave the cabin. It might not. Gonna come. Ghosty, hello. Are you here, ghost? I think it might be coming. I saw some flickering. Yep, these are coming. We'll get really fast here. Turn off your equipment. Oh, and hunters. Well, there's a poltergeist. You could hear, even though there wasn't much things for it to throw, it was still throwing pretty crazy. It was a very excitable poltergeist, very good ghost to get on this map to try and show what the map's like. Beautiful.
I've got some jobs ready for you.
So the cabin's probably one of the easiest. Ghost rooms. Okay, round 2.
Whoever was here must have summoned.
This is what I should have brought in last time. I just grabbed random stuff last time. Let's see if Slendy's going to join us again. The mirror used to be over there. Well, it's still over there at the moment, but board is here. And these are the things that may change because we don't know exactly what's going to change, like I said. I heard something. That's a pretty good hiding spot, that one, because you can break line of sight just before going into it. So the ghost doesn't realise where you are. As long as you break line of sight before trying to dive in somewhere. And on this map, like, the breaking line of sight is really the key. You can also loop it around here if you're good at looping. Tarot cards would normally be there. I think voodoo dolls over here. I often forget. Oh, voodoo dolls. Where's voodoo doll again? Did you just bonk on something? Yes, you did. There's this post. Must be this post. Okay, we've got ourselves a ghost. Around here somewhere. Where exactly? In this area? Yes. Sure? Yes, definitely. Looking for eyes, right? The voodoo doll. It's somewhere around the campfire. I always forget exactly where. I don't know why I always forget this one, but I do. It's not there. I think. They did move it a little bit too, to make it more obvious than where it was, I think. But I don't see it. The breaker's probably down near the cabin, which is probably the worst spot for it because it's just so far, unless you happen to be at this side of the map. The ghost on this side of the map, it's not so bad. Down there. No, how come I didn't see it then? Monkey paw. Don't really know if I'm going to use it. It's not here. Where did I miss it then? Probably right in the campfire and I just completely zoned out. I don't think I'm going to use this though. It's not really too much. We're doing, yeah, it is. It is definitely at the campfire and I zoned out. Right there. Because I looked down there. I remember looking down there, but I didn't look straight here. Which is a great spot considering the ghost room's here. That's a ghost event. I must have missed that. Maybe I just forgot about it. No, I don't think I forgot about it. I don't think I missed it. Oh yes, the summoning circle is the last pair of possessions in the cabin. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you close? Where are you? It's here, or have you moved? Oh, I know what happened. I didn't have my thermometer out, so it wasn't at room temperature. It's in this one. It wasn't at room temperature when I checked whether it was going up or down. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you close? Are you French? How old are you? Hey. Why am I still carrying this around? I mean, they've already disappeared. I think it was here. Yeah, it is. It shouldn't be out here anyway. This shouldn't be possible for a ghost room anymore. See how it's going up? But when I step here, it starts going down. So it should be here. Just that we gotta wait for it to go down. Oh, there we go. Oh, EMF 5. Nice. EMF 5. What was the other thing? It felt like it ponked on. That through the walls at that post. It's probably not one at the post. You can leave fingerprints on the post. It is definitely EMF 5. I think it might be this guy. But then that'd be Spirit Box. So maybe not. Just that it definitely touched that post earlier. And that was a fair distance. You can see the EMF 5 transition there. Oops. Which, yeah, we will take that. On the tripod, which is pretty lame, the tripods, but because they make the screens so much smaller. But they work at what they do, I guess. I do recommend taking the camera off though. I mean, this particular camera is so huge, but you might as well get the advantage of it being so huge while looking for orbs, so huge and so clear, by taking it off. I don't think an Orby is going to, let's double check. It could still be in a bucket because EMF 5 is a bucket. But I don't think we're looking at, you're right. It should be on the inside, I think. I'm not seeing it. So no fingerprints. No, Barke, like, it has a chance to not leave fingerprints. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you close?
From behind.
Spirit box. It's not cold yet. I think, is that 2 items just then back to back? Oh yeah, I should put this up too. Silly of me not to put the items out. He was just doing so much. Nice. Hello there. Hello over there. Red light ghost event. So it teleporting over here, that's not like any ghosts can really do that. I think the twins are slightly more likely to do it from a weird direction just because they can do ghost events from their dots. Yeah, so I don't think it's twins because I don't think twins is dots. it's a wraith. So yeah, what I was saying is I think the dots, like the twins can do ghost events from their, I think anyway, from what I remember, from their decoy. The decoy is like the twin, the actual twin. You got the original that acts like a normal ghost, and then you've got what they call decoy, which is just literally the same thing, but it has a huge interaction range. And when it rolls, I think, to do an interaction, it can instead roll to do a ghost event or a hunt. And it'll do it from the decoys. It can do it from the decoy's location. From the interaction, I think, from what I've heard. At least that's what it sounds like, the way that the devs have described it. And what that means is it can be kind of all over the place. Wraith, of course, can be way all over the place because the Wraith teleports everywhere. Well, it doesn't teleport everywhere. It teleports on top of the player, but you get the idea. It doesn't do so overly often, though, admittedly. I don't know why I've still got that. It doesn't do so super often. Now, one thing about the Wraith is you can't cheese as easily getting photos because the Wraith doesn't step in salt, and salt currently is pretty overpowered. So for getting photos, it's quite overpowered. So Wraith is a ghost you can't do that against. But since I found the bone, it's right near the ghost room, I'm going to go for a perfect game and see how we go. Ghost event, I think, yep. Oh, it dies, so I'm going to go back and take some tablets. Although you can, if you're really good, I'm not the best at it. If you can use your microphone, you can actually loop the ghost around here pretty well, but you need to be really good at knowing whether the ghost is going to the left or the right. Because once it loses you, it's just going to start wandering randomly, so you kind of have to know whether it's going left or right. You can loop it around this area here. Just keep looping it and around there, as long as you get stuck on anything. It's a little different. I've done it once or twice to survive the ghost. And of course, you can use hiding places. This is one other way to get photos pretty easily. Usually, if the ghost wants to do literally anything. The problem is the photo system is really bad at the moment. So I don't know where to take the photo. And for a perfect game, you've got to take all 3-star photos. Doesn't matter what the photos are as long as they're 3-star. And again, against a Wraith, normally you can just pile a heap of salt up. That will usually work, although even sometimes that bugs out and gives you a 2-star, even though it's exactly the same as all the other photos. Why? Who knows? Turn this on. Well, that will decrease the activity. Anyway, again, I would take the photo, but I don't trust it. If you have the fingerprints, it's usually a lot easier because the fingerprint will show you exactly where, basically where the photo is, where the fingerprint is where the. Let's go take a photo of the bone. Where the hitbox is for the photo. Oh wait, can I? Oh, there we go. I was a bit afraid that it was stuck there because I struggled to pick it up a little bit. 3 stars. All 3 stars, baby. Let's go. watch another door. Oh, I could take the dots photo too. Oh, I'm also getting rid of my... Oh, hang on, let's do this again. Getting rid of my lighter too, because I don't really want to blow my lighter out. You can only do that as interaction, but I can't take a photo of it. I'd rather it blow out the candle, which has a limited time. I only brought 2 candles, so... Hopefully I can get 3 more photos. These are likely to change hopefully fairly soon. I'm not sure when they're planning on releasing that. Probably won't be, maybe half a year, 6 months. But a lot of interactions are going to be incorporated into the audio and video evidence system that they're going to implement. Because a lot of the interactions, you take a photo of a freaking door. It's like, trust me, the ghost moved the door, trust me. And it's just a bit silly. And I think that sounds like interaction. That's why I've got let's use this one. That's why I have the EMF there to rule out, as it gets to I think it's really close to the end there, as you can see, it's going to burn out. I don't want to take a photo of that because that's obviously not an interaction. Yeah, so like it blew out a candle, things like that are kind of a bit silly to take photos of because it's like, what are you taking a photo of? You blowing the candle out or what? So the idea is, I think that is going to be made, things like that are going to be made video evidence to collect instead. And that's when I think these tripods are going to be more useful. Because the moving in the van is cool, but it's not really the most useful. Whereas if you're having to record quality, what did you just touch? I think it just touched multiple things around here. Yeah, if you're having to record quality video and like the difference between 2 and 3 star, you actually probably are going to want to be able to move it around. You can bring these guys in. I was going to wish for sanity, but that'll move the ghost, so I don't want to do that. I wish for sun. There we go, we changed the weather. So sanity, it was originally going to be I wish to start again or start over, something along those lines, but they struggled to balance it, like getting 100% sanity again, moving the ghost. It was difficult to implement, so got ages left. The thing is, I want the crucifix to get burnt, so I really don't want to move the ghost room. Let's stay in the dark for a while. Boring being out here. Let's go look at the ghost. Yo, ghosty. Give me some ghost events. But yeah, now it's not particularly useful. All this sanity, I want to get rid of it. So changing the weather costs 30 sanity. That's what I did it for, basically. And given that it's a wraith, it probably doesn't actually matter which ghost room it's in. Because, well, I mean, I could just stand on a crucifix and eventually it's going to hunt on top of me, but that could take a long time. I can't be bothered. I'd rather just wait. We are unprofessional, so the sanity drain's pretty high. Hopefully I get a ghost event and it should be able to hunt pretty much immediately in that case. I don't know if this placement's the best. Why didn't you do that before when I was trying to take photos? Where are you? Hello there. So now that I walk into it, that will have drained my sanity. Where's the other crucifix here? It will stand on here. Oh, there's that crucifix gone. You say hello to the ghost anyway. Let's say hello to the ghost. Further away. Hello, ghosty. Come over here. Because it's a wraith, I'm going to stay on the crucifix though. That's just practice from like having, if you have 0 grace period. If you ever play on 0 grace period, like crucifixes are incredible. Because otherwise you just get exploded. You just get obliterated if they hunt from on top of you. Because you 0 grace period, so it starts a hunt, it kills you. So wraith. Honestly, when I was doing my gold, I died, and I died trying to figure out the difference between. Whoops! I didn't actually have my hands on the keyboard. Close. Why are you stuck? Oh, this could be bad. It's bugged. It's bugged. Totally kill me. Come on, go away. Okay, phew. It's close. So basically what I was trying to do is just stay as far in as possible. If it walks out there, I'm dead. Okay, phew. Yeah, if it walked out there, it would have killed me. But it didn't, thank God. Now, let's have a look at that. Door's fucking bugged. Anyway, that is a wraith. Did not hunt on top of me, thankfully, and I was near it for most of the game, so really its ability, can't really tell. I could have put salt down to show you that it doesn't, but all the evidence is kind of is more than enough. Yeah, I freaked out a little bit then because I was kind of like la da 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 da, and I had my hands off the keyboard and wasn't looking at the screen, and then it started to hunt. It freaked me out, but we survived barely. It's a bug door. There we go, wraith. So that's Maple Lodge. I have a feeling a lot of those like things that are a bit bugged, like the hiding spot door that I just spoke about, probably aren't going to change with the update, but it's going to look different. Things are going to be in different places, probably. I don't know how different it's going to be. We're definitely getting another larger building that's like the admin office. And again, I think they're going to try and keep it as much as possible, as close as possible, but they're going to be moving things around so that those large like corridors that are currently there where you can see big distances, the ghosts can also see you as well, and those big distances, they're going to be removed. Well, they're going to be basically make it a lot more windy and twisty, I imagine, with things in the way and line of sight blockers. And again, this is primarily to improve performance for consoles because they have like a standard that has to be met, whereas Steam doesn't care how well your games run. But I think it will actually also improve the gameplay on this map, because one of the big problems was, as you saw then where I wasn't paying attention, it sped up a hell of a lot because it could see me from miles away. And if you're running down that corridor and you don't know where a hiding spot is, and you're waiting to try and break line of sight, you often won't make it. So it is a challenging map. It's also kind of hard to get evidence. Like the doors aren't as clear as on other maps, but I don't think that will change. That's just something about the outdoor maps. Because Camp Woodwind has those same problems. Camp Woodwind also has the line of sight problems, and that's something that's going to be addressed with Camp Woodwind. Because Camp Woodwind is, I love this map, Maple Lodge. It's a beautiful atmosphere, but I don't like playing on it. Really, It's one of my least favorite maps to play on. One of my favorite maps in terms of environment. And that's just because getting evidence is hard. Camp Woodwind is has the bad line of sight, bad hiding spots. It has bad evidence collection. You don't know where the freaking ghost is. It's just bad all around, and its atmosphere is nowhere near as good as Maple Lodge. So it is my least favorite map by a large margin. So hopefully they'll fix some of those things about Maple Lodge. I still don't think it'll probably ever be as good as... Sorry, some things about Camp Woodwind. I still don't think it'll ever be as good as Maple Lodge. And I do think these changes, by the sounds of them at least, we don't really know what they are yet, but they should be good overall, I think. They should actually improve gameplay, because again, the line of sight thing is one of the big problems. Because really, when you're trying to survive hunts, breaking line of sight is king in this game. You don't allow the ghost to speed up. You don't allow the ghost to see where you are. And on Maple Lodge, it's one of the most difficult maps to break line of sight. There are a few tricks I didn't show, but you can loop it around the campfire, for example. The campfire actually blocks line of sight. So you can actually just sit behind the campfire as long as you just keep shuffling to the left and right. It has no idea where you are. I've done that around Camp Woodwind a few times. It's fire. It does the same thing because that map has terrible hiding places. This one usually has pretty decent hiding places, those little tents. I've never had the door bug out like that before, but it did this time. I know the doors are a bit janky though, so it didn't surprise me. It worried me a lot, but didn't surprise me. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, remember, dose makes poison.